Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on UFT automation. This is the part 2 of the reporter class video. In the first video, I introduced you to the reporter events and how we can use the event types. We also looked at the event note, and we also looked at the run status. However, that introductory video on the reporter class was very basic. We were not using any application. I was just demonstrating the use of the reporter class. In this video, which is part 2 of that concept, we will use an existing script that logs into our sample application, books a reservation, and exits. We'll use that script, and then we'll incorporate this reporter class, and we'll introduce some custom messages into our run results. Let me go ahead and open a sample script here. So I have a sample script. Let me go ahead and run this one just to make sure that let's make sure that it runs first. Probably this will end up with an error that I have an issue with sample apps. Okay, that's fine. So let us close this window. Let's go to view run results just to see the last one. Okay, results. Okay, let's start introducing some custom messages into the run results. Let's say, let me go ahead and to the very first one, I'll say reporter dot, we'll say reporter event. We'll say first we'll start with a note. Report note, and we'll say this is a sample test, and then at the end of so here, this is where we click the login button. Means OK button on the login screen. So reporter event, and we'll say just for the, this is primarily not pass fail, it's pretty much like a node, but I'll say done. Step name, let's say after login OK button. Description sample details, and here with you can put an image if you want, but I'll just ignore it for a minute. And at the end we can add the one sample logo we have. We can introduce that there. Okay, it finished. Let us go into the run results. So we had that in our login summary. I mean the login action, so it should be somewhere here. So we had here, OK button here. So that's an after login OK button. So I had that step in there, that line. So that added this thing, this entry into the run results, and it's coming from our actual description. And again, what is the primary need for this? And why do we need to do that? I mean, this you would do when you have huge test cases. Some test cases run for hours, depending on the functionality. And you want to introduce things like this so that you know exactly what's happening. And this message could be, sometimes be customized completely. I mean, it could be depending on the prior events. Say, for example, let's say, for example, here you're logging in with Mercury as user ID and password. You could actually say, because this is Mercury, you can actually say programmatically read data out of the screen and then introduce the data as into this report as well. I mean, it's the run results. So I mean, the need, it depends on some you might have a requirement where they ask you to insert specific details into the run results, and as you know, it comes with the default run results, which is pretty standard way of capturing things. But if they want any kind of customization, introducing your own logic into it, and this is the way to go. And when you add some relevant information based on your business needs, it kind of makes more sense. And say, let me see another example here. Make a reservation. Maybe I can add a note as well. Okay, let us go to the very first action which is in it, and I will introduce a note here, or add a note. Reporter dot report note, and I'll say this is a note from init action. I'll copy that. I'll go to login, and I already have it here. This is login action. I'll go to make reservation and do the same thing here. And you might be thinking, why would we do all this? What is the need? What is the business need for adding a note there? I mean, this is primarily for tracking, not tracking, but kind of making a note of what's happening. And this could be a conditional report note. Say, for example, if you're looking for 100 records in the database, but you only have 98, but you still want to proceed, maybe you can add a note here saying that, hey, if you found records less than 100, then log this into the note, and you would actually spell out the number of records that you found in the note itself. So let's run this and see the impact of this. Okay, it's finished. Let us take a look at the run results. And we know the note is at the summary level. Let me maximize this. So here, look at these multiple lines. This is a note from init action, login action, make reservation action, exit action. So literally, every time it encounters that report note line, it added a line for notes here. So what is happening here? So look at this. It's an executive summary. So if you were to send a status to your manager, all you have to do is take a screenshot of this and send it to your manager. It's simple, right? And moreover, if you have some meaningful notes, it enhances your report. That's another way, right? So there are a few things about real-time things about adding notes, report using report notes in your scripting or in your test cases. And there are a couple other things. Or while you're on the screen, you can export this report to a file, and you have an option. When you export, you have a few options, whether it's all nodes or short or more details. When you say export, you could you have three options: HTML, doc, and PDF. Let's say you do PDF and it's 003 underscore action parameters I'm putting on the desktop, or maybe let me put it on Y drive. It's not Y, actually K. Yeah, K, it's a network drive. Save it there and let me open that drive. So here you go. I have the PDF report here. Let me open that up. So if you look at it, it pretty much captured everything in there into our PDF document. Okay, let us go ahead and close this. You can export HTML and Word document as well. You have options. So let's go back to the script, and let's go back to login. So so that's how you use, you might want to go back and watch part 1 of this video where it goes into every option, but this is a quick intro into how you can use in your actual script as well. Again, the need and why and all that will come from your business need, depending on the application you're testing and the different things that your script does. And you might want to log few things depending on the need, actually, and you will figure that out when you actually test the application. Say for example, if I'm doing online banking, and say I'm trying to make a transfer, and if it is a real-time transfer, when I do a real-time transfer, I need to have a couple other things available to me in the back end, meaning my mainframe or my AS400 has to be online. What if it is not available and you're trying to make a transfer, and we know, let's say if it's a real time and it's failing, and if we fail, then we can go back and check, maybe make a different call and see if AS400 or mainframe is available or not. If they are not available, then we can write a note to the into your run results saying that AS400 was not available at the time of transfer, and then you can proceed with the rest of your test case. So that is how you would enhance your run results. Okay, that's a quick tip or real-time tip. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the reporter class. But I would highly encourage you to kind of play with it. It does help or enhance the scripts, and moreover, this is one of those things people actually ask in the interview as well. And it does improve in terms of presentation. When I say presentation, number one, presenting yourself to the person who's interviewing you. Number two, as a part of the team, you can present this as a very good enhancement to your scripts. Well, that's it about the reporter class, and I will see you in the next video.